Welcome back and welcome to Women in Sports. We begin this week with the rower from Davenport who just competed in her very first Olympics. You might remember Emily Delliman from right here on The Current. We interviewed her 2 weeks ago as she was prepping for the games. The Davenport Central graduate and her women's quadruple sculls rowing team competed yesterday morning. The team did fall short of qualifying for the medal round, but now they'll compete for the B final tomorrow morning at a very early 5:14 a.m. Delliman was a two-time All-American rower at Stanford after growing up in Davenport. Well, let's turn from the water to the hardwood. It was a shaky start for Team USA's 3-on-3 basketball team. The defending gold medalists lost to Germany 13-7 in the opening game of pool play this afternoon. Now, when Team USA won gold in Tokyo, they did also lose one game in pool play. The American women will play their next game against Azerbaijan tomorrow night. But it was a happier story for the larger Team USA basketball squad. Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Brittany Griner all dominated as the Americans defeated Japan 102-76 in their group opener. That makes 56 straight Olympic games that Team USA women's basketball has won. And I want to give some context here. The U.S. women's national basketball team is undefeated at the Olympics since 1992. That's before most of the players on the team were born. And every member of this team has already won an Olympic gold or a World Cup gold. They are now seeking America's 8th straight Olympic gold. And just a few hours ago, the American women took home the gold in the gymnastics team final. It was a redemption tour for the squad that won silver in Tokyo. Simone Biles and Jordan Childs competed in all 4 events, while Suni Lee did bars, beam, and floor, and Jade Carey competed on vault. The team finished nearly 6 points ahead of second place. And with this, Biles is now the most decorated American gymnast of all time, with 8 medals. Over in fencing, the American women took home the gold and silver. This is the first time ever it's been an All-American final in the individual foil. One silver medalist, Lauren Scruggs, is a 21-year-old Harvard student and first-time Olympian, and the gold went to 30-year-old Lee Kiefer, who defended her gold from Tokyo. But the very first American medal of this year's games came from the duo of Cook and Bacon. The diving team duo took home silver in the women's synchronized 3-meter springboard. This is their first medal together as synchro partners after narrowly failing to qualify for the Tokyo Games. The two are childhood best friends and say their whole lives led up to this moment. And while it's been an admittedly rough go for the Americans in the pool, it was a gold and silver finish for Team USA in the 100-meter butterfly. Tori Husk beat out her teammate and current world record holder, Gretchen Walsh, on Sunday night. They are the first American women to record a gold and silver medal in the event since 1984. Meanwhile, it was a history-making moment for Team USA's rugby squad. Just a few hours ago, the women took home the bronze for America's first ever women's rugby medal. This was a nail-biter of a finish, a 14-12 upset victory over powerhouse Australia. This came after a last-second American score to tie and then take the lead in the final seconds. The U.S. women's rugby team has been around since 1987. Long overdue medal. As for soccer, man, does it feel good to see the U.S. women on top again. On Sunday, the women got their second straight win, defeating Germany 4-1. That win guarantees the U.S. women a place in the quarterfinals with one group match still to play. The team now plays Australia tomorrow. The U.S. does lead the field in scoring with 7 goals in their first 2 matches. And finally tonight, I leave you with what might be my favorite story from the Paris Olympics. This woman right here is Zhang Jing. She's making her Olympics debut at 58 years old. She was born in China and became one of the country's best table tennis players, but a rule change caused her to retire early at age 20, and she eventually moved to Chile, where she coached the sport. Then during COVID, she bought a table tennis table again and fell back in love with the sport. Now at 58 years old, she is representing Chile on the world's biggest stage. And that'll do it for this week's Women in Sports.